Hello my dear students, today I will deliver my lecture on fast Fourier transform. This lecture tells you about the introduction of fast Fourier transform. Why we needed the fast Fourier transform? Because earlier I told you about the DFT, discrete Fourier transform, that is the simple Fourier transform of your discrete time signal for finding out the spectrum of your signal, or you have to convert your signal into the frequency domain. Okay. But that DFT computation is very critical for us, because every time you have to calculate, you have to compute. Okay. That process is very lengthy, and there are some limitations of that DFT also. That is why we will come on FFT, fast Fourier transform. It means under this FFT, it will be easy to you to calculate your DFT now. Okay. Now, use of DFT and linear filtering. What is the use of linear filtering here? Earlier it was demonstrated that the product of two DFTs like XK and HK is equivalent to the circular convolution of the corresponding time domain sequences. That I told you earlier that if we are having the two sequences x1n and x2n, and now you are calculating the circular convolution between these x1 and x2n, then its DFT will be what? x1k into x2k, that I am writing here. So, this statement as per the our circular convolution property that I told you in DFT properties, but unfortunately that circular convolution that we are computing here, it is of no use for us. Why? Because if our objective is what? Our objective here is to determine the output of a linear filter, because DSP, it means digital signal processing. It means you are using here some systems, some filters, and generally you are interested to calculate the output of those systems, linear filters and linear filter systems for a given input sequences. But in this we seek a frequency domain methodology equivalent to linear convolution. So, this is the limitation you can say in our DFT calculation, because generally our objective is what? To analyze, to filter our linear system, but it is not possible here. Okay. Suppose that we have a finite duration sequences x, small x of n of length L, which excites an FIR filter, your digital filter of capital M length. The output sequence y of n that you will calculate here for FIR, that will be what? This one for finite duration sequences. Y of n is equal to summation from k 0 to m minus 1, because this is the length of the filter, h of k into x of n minus k. Here your input and impulse response is given to you. You can calculate here your output of system. Okay. So, h n and x n are the finite duration sequences, and you are calculating your output also for finite duration sequences. Okay. And the convolution is also finite in duration. In fact, the duration of y of n, what? You have to take L plus m minus m. This is the necessary condition that you have to keep in your mind whenever you calculate this one. And the frequency domain equivalent is what? If you take its frequency, so it will be simply y of omega is equal to x omega into h omega. If the frequency sequence y of n, what? This one is to be represented uniquely in the frequency domain by a sample of its spectrum y of omega, because frequency domain means what? If you are calculating, if you are finding out the frequency domain of any signal, it means you are finding out the spectrum of that signal. Okay, that is y of omega. At a set of discrete frequencies, the number of distinct samples must equal to or exceed what? L plus m minus 1, like n 1 plus n 2 minus 1. Therefore, a DFT that you will take here, that should be its length of or size should be greater than or equal to L plus m minus 1, is required to represent y of n in the frequency domain, and you have to add some 0 padding here. You have to add some 0 here, that is called 0 padding for linear filtering, because if you have to make your sequence of the same length, so you have to add some 0, and that process is called 0 padding. Okay, that I told you in my previous video lectures. So, in this way, in the linear filtering you have to work a lot here. That is why I am saying it is not a complete solution for you. And we come on some another type of algorithm, that is the advanced version of that is called FFT, fast Fourier transform. Again you are calculating the Fourier transform discrete time signal like DFT. This is also a DFT. FFT is not nothing different, it is also DFT. It is the some modify. Here also you are calculating the discrete Fourier transform, but in some specific way or some predefined algorithms. Okay. So, whenever you calculate the FFT, the first thing is that the Twiddle factor that will come. So, at first you should know about the Twiddle factor. This is a simple a constant here. So, Twiddle factor is a major key component in the pursuit of simplicity. Now, we will understand the Twiddle factor. What is the meaning of Twiddle factor? Why we require Twiddle factor? It is denoted by capital W, and these are the set of the value that is used to speed up the DFT and IDFT calculation. Because whenever earlier in simple DFT IDFT your calculations are so lengthy, okay, and time consuming. So, to speed up, for that you are working this one, you are adopting the some fast Fourier transform algorithm, and the Twiddle factor is a very key important main component for analyzing this DFT and IDFT. That is why we are discussing Twiddle factor here. For discrete sequences small x of n, we can calculate its discrete Fourier transform and inverse discrete Fourier transform DFT and IDFT using the following sequences. So, you know this is the formula, if small x of n sequence is given to you. So, its DFT will be x of capital X of k is equal to summation small n 0 to n minus 1 small x of n into e to the power minus ka j 2 pi k n by n for k from 0 to n minus 1. Similarly, its IDFT will be small x of n is equal to 1 upon n summation k 0 to n minus 1 x of k into e to the power plus j 2 pi n k upon n for small n 0 to n minus 1. So, what it shows? These are the two formulas, and by these formulas you can calculate DFT or IDFT, or initially you are writing what you are writing, what you can write x of this one. So, this symbol shows the DFT of small x n is equal to capital X of k, and IDFT of capital X k is small x of n. So, if this statement is written anywhere, so you can use your DFT and IDFT formula easily and you can calculate. But the computation procedure for the above is quite complex, because every time you have to put small n is equal to 0 you can calculate, then small n is equal to 1 you can calculate. So, the calculation is very lengthy here, and quite complex also, because some exponential factors also will be there. So, reducing those computation and calculation and process, we are coming on these fast Fourier transform algorithms. Okay. So, Tidal factor, it is the very main important, because it is associated with the FFT algorithm. So, mathematically you can show W n is equal to e to the power minus ka j 2 pi upon n. N is what? This is your n point DFT. Like I am writing this equation. So, always the capital this in this form generally it was given. Okay. It means it shows its n point DFT is this and its n point IDFT of this. Why do we use Tidal factors? We use Tidal factor to reduce the computation complexity of calculate DFT and IDFT. So, some calculation and computation complexity are there in DFT, IDFT. For reducing this, you are associating this constant Tidal factor in your FFT algorithms. Okay. That is why you are using this one. The Tidal factor is a rotating vector quantity. All that means is that for a given n point DFT or IDFT calculation, it is observed that the values of Tidal factor repeat at every n cycle. So, Tidal factor is a constant, this is what this one, and it repeats its value after the every n cycle. So, after its time period. If the time period of this is capital N, then it repeats value every n cycles. So, it also shows the periodic property also. Okay. Why we are using this? Because we have to reduce our computation and calculations that generally we prefer in DFT and IDFT. So, if you use this factor, then it will reduce definitely in your FFT algorithms. Now, these are the two properties of Tidal factor. What? First is periodicity, it means W n k plus n, it means if time period is capital N. So, after the time period its value will be repeated. So, its value will be same. Second, symmetry. Symmetry means W n k plus n by 2 is equal to minus ka W n k. So, after the half of the your time period capital N by 2, its value will be same, but it will be in opposite side, that will be symmetry. Okay. And here W n square is equal to W n by 2. If you mathematically you can compute this, and you will find W n square is equal to W n by 2 here. And these are two properties, and you can prove these two properties also by the mathematical expression, because you know W n what? You can write mathematically, it will be equal to e to the power minus ka j 2 pi by capital N. Now we come on fast Fourier transform. This is the main requirement for us, that is why we are discussing this one. So, to reduce the huge calculations in DFT, IDFT, we come on the FFT, that is fast Fourier transform. It means Fourier transform निकालने की fast method. It means at once we are designing some algorithm, and after designing the algorithm you have to put your input values here and you can calculate your output. That is the importance of your fast Fourier transform. So, in fast Fourier transform you are calculating here again DFT and IDFT, but in more easy way. Okay. So, in fast Fourier transform, so fast Fourier transform is an algorithm that efficiently computes the discrete Fourier transform DFT, and the DFT of sequence small x of n of length capital N is given by complex value sequence, that is capital X of k. You know x of k is equal to what? Summation small n 0 to n minus 1 small x of n into e to the power minus ka j 2 pi n k by n. Here your k lies from 0 to n minus 1. Now, you are associating your Tidal factor. So, W n, that is W n is what? E to the power minus ka j 2 pi by n, that I told in my previous PPTs here. This is your W n, that is your Tidal factor. Because after associating this Tidal factor in your DFT IDFT, your working, your computation will be so easy here. How it will be easy, that we will see here. So, x of k is equal to, so small x of n into e to the power minus ka j 2 pi, it is equal to W n. So, it will be W n small n k. You are putting this one from this, okay. Then the formula will be this one. Similarly, if you associate this W n into IDFT formula, so it becomes a small x of n is equal to 1 upon n summation k 0 to n minus 1 x of k into W n minus of n k, when your small n goes from 0 to n minus 1, because you are taking the here capital N point DFT and IDFT. Okay. Now, also this is the primarily inefficient as does not exploit the symmetry and periodicity property phase factor about the W s. So, this is the your symmetricity or symmetry you can say and periodicity property. So, as per the symmetric property is what? W n your k plus n by 2 is equal to minus of W n k. As per the periodicity, W n k plus n is equal to W n k. So, these are the two properties about your Tidal factor that you are associating in your DFT and IDFT for implementing your FFT algorithms. Okay. So, an efficient algorithm for DFT computation is fast Fourier transform, okay, FFT, what I am writing here algorithm, because FFT algorithms exploit the above two properties. These two properties and Tidal factor is very important, because with the help of these two and this Tidal factor, your FFT algorithm will be designed. Okay. So, these are very important, that is why I am writing Tidal factor is very important and the key component for implementing your FFT algorithms here. Okay. So, now at first we come on radix 2 FFT. So, radix 2 FFT, it means what? So, FFT you are designing for n point sequences, or FFT means you are calculating DFT for n point sequences. So, if I am talking about radix 2, okay. So, always radix 2 means your n or length of sequence, that should be what? Multiple of 2 to the power L. So, if your n or length of sequence is multiple of 2, then it will be radix 2 FFT. So, radix 2 FFT means your n should be the multiple of 2, that will be radix 2. It means if n is equal to 8, 16, 32, 64. So, always radix 2 FFT will be applicable there. Okay. So, by and this process is what? Divide, generally your FFT is divided into two parts. First is your divide and conquer approach, second as a linear filtering. So, radix 2 and radix 3, 4, these all are under the divide and conquer approach, okay, like DIT FFT, DI FFT algorithm and so on. So, by adopting a divide and conquer approach, okay, why I am calling divide and conquer? Because if 2 to the power L, L means number of decomposition. If n is equal to 8, यदि n बराबर 8 होता, so it will be n is equal to 8 means 2 to the power 3, it means 3 number of decomposition. So, you have to divide your sequences 3 times, that is why, okay. It is a number of decomposition, okay. You will understand further, okay. So, this approach depends upon the decomposition of n point DFT into successfully smaller size of DFT. n point you have to break your x of n or your sequences into smaller size of DFTs in this FFT algorithm, in this divide and conquer approach that I am writing here. So, n, it means n is equal to, if factorization you can write R 1 R 2 up to the R L, R 1 is equal to R 2 is equal to R L is equal, R is your what you are using for the radix here, n is equal to R L, DFT will be size of R, R is called what? R is what? R is your radix of the FFT algorithm, and it depends upon your length of the sequences, the multiple. If I am saying radix 3, so n should be the multiple of 3, then radix 3 you can call. So, here if the n will be multiple of 2, okay, or radix, then you can, what you can call, you can say it will be radix 2 algorithm. So, FFT algorithm take advantage of periodicity and symmetricity and periodic and symmetric property. It can take the advantages and associate it in DFT and finally form the FFT algorithm like this. Now, in divide and conquer approach, there are two methods, okay, FFT in divide and conquer approach. First is our DIT FFT, decimation in time fast Fourier transform, and second one will be DIF FFT, decimation in frequency fast Fourier transform. So, decimation in time fast Fourier transform and decimation in frequency fast Fourier transform. Okay. So, at first we will talk about the decimation in time fast Fourier transform. Now, we are considering radix 2. So, n is 2 to the power n, under the radix 2 we are discussing here decimation in time. Okay. So, decimation in time, it means the given sequence small x of n is decimated or broken into two n by 2 point sequences consisting of even number of x n and odd number of x n. So, now your x of n, whole x of n, you have to decompose, you have to broken into even and odd. So, x of even sequences plus x of odd sequence. So, decimation means तोड़ना, break करना. In time means time domain की जो sequence x, क्योंकि आपका दो डोमेन होंगे, you will have two domains. First is x n, it is time domain, okay, and this is your frequency domain. So, decimation in time, if you decompose time domain and calculating your DFT IDFT, that will be DIT FFT. If you are decimating your frequency domain and you are calculating the simple DFT, so these will be DIF FFT. Okay. That is why decimation in time, it means you have to calculate your DFT and IDFT after the decimating your time domain signal. Now, if you want to decimate, you want to break your signal into two halves, equal halves. So, you have to break that sequence into the even and odd number of sequences easily here. Now, you can take here mathematical derivation. So, x of k is equal to, if this is the your under the FFT, whenever you are associating your Tidal factor w and n k in place of e to the power minus j 2 pi n k by n. Now, breaking x of n, what I said in previous PPT, what into the even and odd number. So, this will be for even plus odd. Now, we know easily here very well, for even you have to put small n is equal to 2 r, and for odd you have to put small n is equal to 2 r plus 1. If you put here, then you will get x of 2 r into w and 2 r k, because small n is equal to 2 r you are putting in even number of sequences. In odd number of sequence again you have, because आधी आधी हो जाएंगी. So, it will be you will go r small r 0 to n by 2 minus 1 and x of 2 r plus 1 into w and 2 r plus 1 into k. Now, you have to go small r 0 to n by 2 minus 1 x of 2 r into w n square into the power r k. Now, w n k, now you have to decompose this factor here into two parts. So, w n k you have to take common here and this will be remaining here. Okay. Now, you know w n square means what? E to the power minus j 2 pi by n square. If you solve this, so you can write this into this form w n by 2, because you are decomposing, you are breaking your sequence of capital N point into two halves, n by 2, n by 2, n by 2 for even and next n by 2 for odd. Okay. So, you can write this one what, x of k is equal to this one, you can write here capital X of k is equal to small n 0 to n by 2 minus 1 small x of 2 r into w n by 2 k plus w n k small r 0 to n by 2 minus 1 small x of 2 r plus 1 into w n by 2 r k. Okay. That you can write finally for the equation. Now, so now this is for even and this is for odd. So, if you consider this as capital G k, this consider for capital H k. So, your equation becomes what, x of k is equal to capital G k plus w n k into H k. This is for the DFT for even number of sequences, this DFT for odd number of sequence of n by 2 point sequence. So, G k and H k are the n by 2 point DFTs of even and odd number sequences respectively. Now, what, each sum is calculated or computed for 0 to n by 2 minus 1 and G k and H k for even and odd number of sequences with period of capital N by 2. So, now these these are the sequences and that's time period is of n by 2. Now, therefore, what you can write, x of k is equal to g k plus w n k h k from 0 to n by 2 minus 1 or 0 to n by 2. Now, again because it shows the periodic property also. So, g k plus n by 2 plus w n k plus n by 2 h k plus n by 2 you can show, because it repeats its value after its time period. Then you know w n k plus n by 2 is equal to w n k. So, this equation becomes in this form. This will be same, but that will be as per the this property, it will be in the form of this. Now, DFT computation, now you have to decompose here in 4 point DFT computations and finally, you can draw this DIT FFT algorithm. Okay. So, in my next video lecture, I will again tell you about this DIT FFT algorithm. So, I hope it is clear to everybody. Thank you very much.